Hello, YouTube. We are back for the Wood League tournament. We are currently in round one here of the redemption round, and we have StarDrifter and Einz going at it. StarDrifter lost round one of the tournament to Risk, and Einz, I believe, lost to Swan Lee. So this is their redemption. This is their second chance. We have StarDrifter in red. We have Einz in emerald. StarDrifter has some nice spots that we're looking at here. He probably here might be able to get a nice 12, honestly, with some of these, or even an 11 with the Syria spot. Einz Emerald a little harder to see here, but I like this. He could easily get Sammy. Looks like he pulled back in time here. He also has Tunisia that he could get. He has Moldova, which we saw, in Slovakia. So if he's fast enough here, he could get a 12 as well. We're seeing a little bit of tower issues though with these units. It happens in the Wood League for sure. Both of these guys are playing right now, so it is a best of 5. So first to 3 wins, and then there's also a mulligan roll. As we see, Einz actually, I do not mind this at all. If he maybe would have done this a little bit sooner, because I don't think he's actually going to get this now. He's going to get Sammy in time, but he's not going to get Algeria. And StarDrifter, he set himself up really well. Look at this. So he does get his 12, and I like that he did Syria after the fact, right? Because if he had done Syria first, it would have only been an 11 for him. So really nice way to identify his 12. He ended up getting Slovenia, Crimea, and then he got both of these two guys, which is perfect. So he's going to have Syria this turn, and he should have really good spots in the Mid-East. I really like this from Einz, though. Einz is going to get Tunisia here. He just used his leftover troops from Algeria, but StarDrifter is going Morocco. So StarDrifter going to block the expansion of Einz in the next turn if Einz tries to move into Morocco here. If Einz actually gets into Morocco, though, the whole west is kind of open because he has this bottom base of Portugal. I really like this as well from Einz. He's also going to get Libya. Libya is a really great spot to have in 1v1s. And it looks like StarDrifter... Okay, so StarDrifter is taking this base here. I'm curious. Yeah, I was wondering if he was going to go into Einz here in Croatia. Croatia's a really nice spot to defend. He starts, though, right now, and Einz actually could really be difficult here. As we see, it's 14 to 15. Ooh, if Einz would have built a couple there, that would have really helped him out, I think. That would have been a crucial block. And StarDrifter kind of would have been trapped then, not able to expand south. Instead, though, Einz making a move. I really like this move right here. So he still has 3 gold. StarDrifter has 3 gold as well. I think Einz should be able to actually conquer Morocco. As StarDrifter is efficiently expanding here, he's going into Slovakia. Losing a couple guys here. Bosnia is always such a tough one to grab, even from the AI. If Einz gets Egypt this turn, which I think he just clicked his units in, he should be able to get Egypt this turn. Oh, but really smart move. StarDrifter waiting till this base. He's actually going to get quite a few kills from Einz here. I think if Einz is able to get this base, he's in a really great spot. As we see, +6 for Star, +4 for Einz here. The income's going to be pretty similar, but Einz is going to have better position. I personally love having the west and east versus the center of the map, but the center is what we call the Wood League special. You are going to expand extraordinarily fast in the center. All your spawns are in one spot. You can kind of snowball them and just land grab. But this is going to be really nice. He's even going to get into Israel, guys. And he's going to have his spawns coming in, so he's going to have some free units to be able to snipe these guys. He's going to get Israel. He's going to get Palestine. His spawns in the Mid-East will start to build up, and he can start threatening Syria. It looks like Star actually is starting, and maybe he's not going to get Southern Russia, I don't think, unless he somehow gets... Yeah, this would have been huge. If he would have got Southern Russia on top of everything else that he got this turn, like, he ended up getting Bosnia. He almost got a couple of these guys stopped moving. Czech and Poland. If he could have got Southern Russia this turn along with all that, that would have been a massive turn from him. But Einz actually keeping up in the income. He's only down by 2 right now. And he got Portugal this turn. So this is really good. Being able to conquer Morocco, really good for Einz here. And Einz is also going to get Jordan. You know, he can actually, he doesn't even have to spend too much here, but it looks like he just wants to push StarDrifter off of this area. StarDrifter spending all his gold here. Einz spending all his gold. And Einz has a lot more units coming in. Star, though, he didn't spend all his gold in defense. He's actually using some to expand. So we can see he has quite a bit. He actually could be able to get Germany this turn. He's moving down here as well. So he does lose out on KD and loses some units here, but Einz did a full investment. Einz capturing Lebanon and Syria this turn, and also I think Portugal this turn. So we see plus 11 for him. He's also going to get Cyprus. Really nice move here. We'll see if StarDrifter, I don't think he can actually defend this base, but he could probably defend the port, or he can harass from these bases over here. Oh no, Star actually misses this base by one. Oh, he just now saw it too. He's got to be banging his head against the wall. I hate when I do that. Sometimes you just overlook one base, and that's 6 income down the drain that he could have had this turn. But all's not lost. He's going to full storm all his troops now into the west. I think he's going to go for France here. France, Switzerland. He might even get this top base of Italy. He also has these bases, and he has southern Russia. So that can really threaten Turkey. Not that Einz has Turkey yet, but Einz is working on his way to getting Turkey. Let's see, spawn-wise, Einz doing a decent job. He just has some leftover units that he's not using. Star looks like he's using most of his, but he has a couple as well that are kind of just bundled up. But you can tell these guys are kind of all over the map here as we see Einz actually defending this base in Moldova. This is a freaking fortress, by the way. Moldova is a huge fortress. It'd be nice if he actually took Moldova here. We'll see what happens, but you can hold this for days. He didn't get Turkey this turn. This is actually really tragic from Einz. I think he just realized it too. The income would have been so close. And I didn't really mention this. This emerald color really blends into the map here. But he is actually working on the northern parts of Russia. So sooner or later, StarDrifter is actually going to be smushed in between emerald. He's going to have emerald on top and emerald on bottom here. Getting France is huge, but France is really hard to hold. I really like this though. We'll see who gets which bases here. As we also see Einz storming into the east, he snipes this base and he's still holding Moldova. He does get this base and he gets this base, so those are two key bases that Einz needed for this. As you can see, a massive turn for both of these players. Central Russia coming in, France coming in for StarDrifter, Spain and Turkey coming in, and also all these Russian countries coming in for Einz. This is turning up to be a freaking game, guys. Like, this is actually super hype right now. We do have StarDrifter dropping. He has a 7 income lead. He drops on Libya. Einz realizes it, I think, and built a little bit here. This B-ship, it's possibly a good investment. We'll see how he utilizes it here. If he could get that B-ship over here, as we see Einz actually spamming knights, he's going for a knight charge, and you know what? This might actually overrun StarDrifter in France. I think StarDrifter is going to lose France at this rate. At the same time, Einz is also doing a good job expanding, but he's going to lose Turkey, so they're both going to take some big income hits this turn, I think. Yeah, they're going to take some income hits. We're going to see -4 for Star, and soon we're going to see, I think Einz is going to lose this. He has 11 gold here. He's going to have to spend that fast, right? But he's also doing things all across the map. So is Star. Star actually ended up getting that bottom base of Moldova. Star also looks like he claimed finally, oh, he's missing one base in Belarus, but he did get like Denmark, Netherlands, Belgium. And the income is so close. You have to favor Einz's position here. But if he gives up this base in Algeria, like he should never have given up this base, I don't think. If he gives up this base, though, his west is going to be under threat. As we see a huge surround. And I think StarDrifter just spent like 40 gold here. Also, maybe lots of just spawns pouring in. Einz is frantically trying to catch up. This is a really hard spot to push. You have 3 towers helping Einz out here. But Einz maybe not spending fast enough. Look at this. Star is going full pump mode. He is going to overwhelm his opponent here with a sheer volume of reinforcements. Einz actually holding on to 58 gold. So with 17 seconds left, let's see if he's able to utilize that gold to maybe stabilize here. He is finally spending, and I think he spent an overwhelming force here. He really likes these night rushes. You can see the KD is actually going pretty even, but these night charges are doing a great job pushing back some of these units. And Einz actually, for the first time this game, gets the income lead here. We didn't even see this, but Einz also sniped Georgia and Azer, and he also got the snipe in southern Russia. That's a lot of income that he's been able to take off of StarDrifter. And now Star is going to push into these 2 cities, and these 2 cities are so hard to push into. Where is his ship? Okay, so his ship is right here. A ship positioned here can help a little bit, but this is such a really hard push. You can see it's almost like a fortress, but Fortunately for him, he's starting to get a huge ball of mortars. He actually has a crap ton of mortars. He gets the base snipe. Einz is not reinforcing this fast enough, but these two players are fighting everywhere. So we see another night charge from Einz. The night charges work really well when there's a not a big ball of units, right? Like when it's lesser mass of infantry, these knights can actually do some damage. And yeah, StarDrifter is winning on the western front now. Einz probably could push him out of Tunisia. And look at this, 87 to 79. They're both still doing such great jobs here. Einz does have all of Greenland. Einz is actually taking all of Russia now. StarDrifter realizes and finally gets Belarus here and starts bringing that ship around, making some use of it, getting some cuts here in Libya. Einz, another night charge. Another night charge. It's kind of like the days when technology advanced faster than some countries, and some countries are still utilizing like knights, and other countries were like utilizing like rockets and tanks. I think that's what we're seeing right now, as this is a huge force of units. The knights will not be able to do a dent into this, especially with all these roars as well. The roars counter the knights, I think, because of the magic damage. The damage type here goes right through the armor. So we do have Einz here. He finally wraps this army up. Maybe he'll get Tunisia this turn. He is holding on to Libya. He's holding on to Turkey. And Star now taking a pretty significant income lead. As Einz is still doing a great job expanding, he's actually using his Greenland spawns. And I mean, these guys are literally fighting everywhere. Like if you guys can imagine, it is so hard to look all over the map here. Like we got spawns coming in with boats. We got them fighting over here in Sweden. We got them fighting over here. We got them fighting in Turkey. We got Libya and Tunisia to worry about. We have this huge ball of Spanish troops from StarDrifter. Like it is so hard to focus your attention all over the place. You got 4 or 5 different zones of the map. I think it kind of goes into how they expanded as well. Like one had the whole middle and one had the whole top and the whole bottom, so they had no choice but to fight all over the map here. It does look like Star should be able to pull this one out unless he makes a huge blunder here. He has negative, oh actually sorry, Einz is the one with negative KD, and StarDrifter now has plus 30. So with that plus 30 income and all of these spawns connected, like look at this. Look at this mass of troops. This is like 100 gold of units right there. Like that alone will be able to overwhelm Einz. He's also winning up here. Like StarDrifter still has 50 gold in the bank, and he's building huge masses of armies. And Einz going for another glorious night charge, the final charge of the knights. And I think they realize they're overpowered, overrun. They have to retreat as these knights get out of town here. They're going to go back to Finland, into the wastelands, and hide away. These guys are going to get picked off here. I think StarDrifter looked over here and he's like, oh, that's where all my spawns are. Because this man, look at all this. Like, he has so many units on the map right now that he has unit lag, guys. Surprisingly, though, because of the England capture and the southern Russia capture, Einz actually did gain income this round. Like, these troops aren't being used. Like, again, StarDrifter has so many troops on the map. Like, he's making tanks now. Like, this man is up so much income and has so many troops just for the sake of spawn management. Like, he's making tanks because he has unit lag. Like, that's how many units this man has. Look at this army of red, just a red flowing into Turkey. These knights are actually doing work as these infantry are trickling in here. You can see the knights are actually shattering this line, but more reinforcements arrive and red is going to completely smother Emerald here. Star also making some great progress in Egypt. Like, there's nothing Einz can do at this point about tanks. Like, I think maybe this will work. He has enough here. I think if he makes a big ball like this and has some knights, but you can see, like, look at this tank tanking damage. Like, it's gonna take a second to kill it. If Star has some units, like a little squadron like this, it's gonna be hard to kill these tanks. Einz is down 26 income. He's gonna get the snipe there, though. We have tanks over here as well. I really like what Star is doing. He's making a tank on each front. Never really see 1v1s progress this far, but we're 15 turns in and these guys have like pretty much the entire map under their rule. Only a few islands missing. And everywhere I look though, I'm seeing red victories. This being a stalemate's fine. I mean, okay, and there's the FF from Einz. I think Einz realized, like, if anything, he can't push out, right? Like, StarDrifter, he's winning Russia, and that's where a lot of Einz's income's coming in. So that is a 1-0 victory or a 1-0 lead, sorry, for StarDrifter. Still got a best of 5 series ahead of us, and if anything, I think we saw these two players can make some really fun endgame happen in these 1v1s. Like these two guys, they did a great job expanding, and once they finally expanded, it was fun watching them fight. Let's check these spots here. So Einz has Syria. We'll see if he knows how to do Syria. I know Einz actually one of the few players who hasn't been able to play too many 1v1s. He actually just took his bar exam. So congrats to him, by the way. Well, hopefully a congrats. We don't know if he's passed yet or not. One thing I've realized with Einz too, we need to teach him how to hit the H button. I don't think he knows about hold position. So that could be one thing that could really help him. I think we've seen some tower issues before with this, right? So he does 4 gold into Syria, and I think he's just going to take that up and go straight into Armenia here, which this could work. If anything, he'll get Armenia, and then he can start getting Azer for next turn. He actually has really nice spots. Like if you look, I know we've been focusing on Syria. If you look on the map though, like he has Estonia. He doesn't have nice turn one spots, I should say, but like just in general, like he has all the bases in the south. Like he can do Africa, he can do the whole Mid East. Like he even has this if he wants to come up into here. Like these are not bad spots at all. As we see, StarDrifter gets a 10, Einz got an 8. So Einz did get Armenia here. He's only 2 income down, and he's going to get Azer this turn. Star was able to get Croatia. He's working on Romania here. Romania is going to be a really nice grab for him, a 4 gold investment to get 4 income next turn. He did also get West Greenland. And what else? I think so that would be 10, right? Yeah, because we saw him have Georgia as well. So then we did see him go for Sardinia, so he gets Sardinia. And he's going to go full mid. I mean, he can get Hungary and Slovakia this turn. He can get Romania on top of that. Should be a great turn for him. And at the same time, we see Einz, he full invested into the Mid-East, so he really does like playing on the mid. Oh, I hate when that happens. He likes playing on the Mid-East and the West, so these spots could work in his favor here, especially with that Morocco port. And oh, he's not going to get it. That +2 would have helped out quite a bit. It's going to be 14 to 13. Again, I think this is exactly what we saw last time. It looks like Star maybe was microwaving this and setting up North Russia, which is going to be some heavy income for him next turn. He's also going to get Slovakia, which is going to be great. You can see he's actually holding the position there. So that's one thing maybe Einz could improve on is just that hold position. He'll get out of the tower range. Well, actually, I want to kind of watch this real quick just to see. It looks like, yeah, he like does like a little pullback. You can kind of see. I mean, it works for him though. This honestly, it's been working. It seemed a little iffy on turn ones, but that worked for both of those cases here. As we now see StarDrifter +9 this turn, but Einz +7. Star's gonna go up here. I don't think we're gonna see Einz spend here on a block. Doesn't look like it. Einz though actually gonna go into Germany. Germany could be quite the fortress and really hard to push into, but it's also kind of hard to defend if you're not paying attention. Because it's a 360 snipe. Any of these bases could get sniped at any time, so you really got to have your guard up. StarDrifter already working on Belarus for next turn as well. He should be able to get Belarus. He didn't get Poland this turn, but Einz actually knows about Poland because of that base snipe. And he's going to go in. I think Einz actually going to play out with the early aggression. StarDrifter hasn't reacted yet. I think Star had A-clicked these guys and he's looked away. And these guys are now just pouring in. Einz is just going to go full throttle. And actually, this is tragic. I think Star spent on expansion, but I'm trying to see. Oh no, Star actually spent trying to expand into Spain, which is not a bad play in the expansion part, but tragic for him that this huge ball of units can't be stopped. So Belarus, which he just grabbed, he's gonna lose Belarus. He's gonna lose. He's not even gonna get Kaliningrad or Lithuania. He didn't have these luckily, but yeah, he loses Belarus here. And luckily for him, though, I think he's actually still in an okay spot. So Einz chose to push up instead of down. And so that means StarDrifter is going to be under him still. The income is very close here, as Einz still is going to have the entire Mideast. He did snipe Georgia as well, which we're just now seeing. And StarDrifter making a great play, taking this base. There's almost nothing Einz can do about that base being lost. He probably could have defended this, though. He could also get a surround on this base now, but he needs to act fast. We see him hold on to 17 gold as StarDrifter has spent everything. So Star has really spent defending this, and Star is actually just reclaiming everything that he just lost to Einz. He also got Portugal this turn, and we'll see what Einz decides to do. Einz, where is he spending his gold? Okay, so he's going to go for Belarus here, and Star is actually only a couple bases off of getting Ukraine. Ukraine would be a huge income boost for him this turn, as we also see Einz trying to expand while doing all of this fighting. It looks like Einz is able to hold Lithuania. He got Latvia this turn as well. But look, he's actually losing income compared to StarDrifter. StarDrifter taking a 13 income lead. Einz is gonna have a decent next turn, I think. Like, he's gonna be able to get Egypt, maybe Libya. He's also working on Morocco, which that could really open the door for a nice cut in Spain if StarDrifter isn't careful. StarDrifter's actually really heavily going invested into this. He does have a lot of the spawns moving in up here that's going to help him, so lots of free units that he can use. But this is going to be hard, although I think he's going to be able to win this. Einz, I don't know where Einz's investment was this turn. I can't imagine it was all right here, but possibly it was. Like, maybe he spent all in Lithuania. He spent on 3 mortars, so that's 9 of his 30 gold. That is a lot of gold to be used. The mortars will definitely pay off over time if he can keep them alive and keep a standing army in front of it. And this could be actually huge for Star. If Star's able to get France this turn, that's going to be +8 for him. He also is missing only 2 bases in Ukraine to get another +6. And that's 55 to 37. So this game, I think, Star is just going with the income lead. Like, he's just doing a great job holding in the key spots and expanding. You can also see he's making some progress on the southern part of the map. He has the top base Italy. He's already going for this, and I think Einz realizes it a little too late here. Einz going for some expansion of his own, but I think this is where he gets overrun in Belarus. He is gonna get, yeah, he has 0 gold, and look, Star with the red coat strategy, just pumping the red coats in. Einz coming in, making 2 knights again. We'll see. I think this is gonna be a nice victory here for Star. I like that he pulled these troops back. He doesn't have to hit that Latvia base. And he's also getting Belgium, Netherlands. He's also working on a cut in Germany. All of these units from Einz are finally freed up to maybe do something over here in Turkey. He also started southern Russia, but he's lost a lot here. You can look at the KD actually. KD looking pretty favorable for StarDrifter. Einz slightly in the negative. And now Einz is down a lot of gold. That's like 30 something gold. Don't let me do quick math, guys. 33 gold. So, or 33 income. And not even just the income, but again, we keep talking about it, the spawns. Like, that's 4 extra units, 3 extra units, 1 extra unit, 2 extra units, like all these free units. And StarDrifter is able to just pump the middle with those while expanding as well. So Einz is, I think he's trying to shape it up to how the last game worked. I think he's trying to wrap up the Mideast. I think he's trying to wrap up Africa and thinking maybe he can take position on the map again here. But you can see he just keeps losing income. He's gaining it back in some of these countries that he's conquering, like southern Russia just gave him back the income that he lost from Germany. He finally got Turkey here, and all the spawns are rushing in, so maybe he's able to make a rush here. Maybe he can get in position to get underneath Star, but Star is going to have +19. He's going to take that 33 income lead, extend it even further, +23 for Star, and Star is already double Einz's income. And at this point, yeah, you can't really come back from it. Even the best players in Risk, I don't think, can come back from a -45 income deficit here, especially when Star has a huge standing army. And so Star played way more convincingly in that game. That's a 2-0 lead for him. Both of these players are NA players, by the way, so we don't have to switch hosts or do anything there. They're both playing on similar ping. Again, for Einz, we have a Lebanon and we have a Syria turn 1. We have a very hard Crete that not a lot of Wood League players would do. We also have Scotland, which could work out really nicely for him. And okay, so he's actually going to go into Mont here. And I don't mind this. Wood League special is to grab the middle if you can. Hopefully he doesn't lose a unit here. Oh, he does lose a unit. It's going to make this a little trickier, but Star also... Ooh, this is almost so tempting to snipe here. We'll see if Einz is actually able to get Bosnia. This is where holding position is really key. Well, also, does he know how to spam swap is another one. If you click your base and hit V, you can swap out your unit. So he should, okay, perfect. What a good spam swap there. Einz is going to be able to get Bosnia. He's going to be able to get Mont. He's going to have 8 income. I mean, Einz's spots are absolutely unreal. He also has Belgium and the Netherlands. Like, he can grab that so easily. Like, he has amazing spots this turn. StarDrifter, on the other hand, what was StarDrifter able to do this turn? StarDrifter only got a 6. He actually did the one-man Latvia. Possibly lost a unit the first time around, but this is really hard to set up. I think you have to run your Marine here and then beeline it here, and this is actually super hard. He also did get Novaya. So, okay, we actually have some one-mans going on over here for Einz. This is looking really good. He's also going to get Lebanon, and I'm telling you, like, this guy, he has some crazy good spots this game. I'm looking at StarDrifter spots, and I almost would have maybe called the mulligan here. He does get Israel, and he's also maybe going to get a Lebanon snipe because you know what? Einz does not have any gold to defend this. And he does pull back. Okay. Actually, Syria could even get sniped here. Einz does have a bounty gold, but he's not spending it. StarDrifter spent all here. Einz does get Croatia. It looks like Einz is really focused on, okay, I don't think that was great. I think Einz really needed to protect at least one of these bases. It's a 15-13 lead here for Einz, or for StarDrifter. But Einz this time, I think the roles have reversed a little bit compared to the last 2 games. It's the Wood League special. Einz is going to go all in mid, while we have StarDrifter over here. He had to invest most of his gold this turn just to conquer Syria, right? And Einz didn't even put up a fight there. So I think this is going to be quite an interesting game to watch. Let's see what Einz can do with the middle of the map here. We'll see if if StarDrifter is able to defend Slovakia here. I think Einz might be able to get the snipe. It's going to be close. He gets it. Okay. That's a nice snipe for Einz. And Einz is also going to get Romania. You can see the income is about to skyrocket. And with that income slice as well, StarDrifter only up 1 because of Syria instead of 3. StarDrifter, however, I think he's going to be able to get Egypt in time. So this actually, yeah, he's definitely going to get Egypt in time. He's setting up Jordan for next turn. +5 for Star, +7 for Einz. Einz taking the income lead. Einz also in a great spot here. He could take Libya, or he could just defend Libya. That would really prevent a drop in Greece by Star. Star could always use this port if he wanted to. It's just a little more painful. We'll see what Einz does here. This is the first time that he's actually had the middle of the map. I would love to see him block Libya, even just a couple gold investment. Star realizing it, like 1 or 2 gold here, and Star doesn't get Libya this turn. But I think Einz is doing some good things. He actually got Albania and Macedonia. You can see the income just skyrocketing for him here. I really like this from StarDrifter. StarDrifter's working on Italy. StarDrifter could also go down into Sicily here. He doesn't really need that now, though, that he has the Libya port. +10 for Star, still doing a great job keeping up with the income, even though he's only expanding in the Mideast. If Einz would have got Poland this turn, that would have been so huge. He's gonna miss it by a couple seconds. And it's a 30-28. You can see Einz goes up 6 just a few seconds after that turn. Einz also never did Belgium or Netherlands. This is a 3 gold investment to get 5 extra income every single turn. He should be able to get Kaliningrad. It looks like StarDrifter was looking at Belarus, but I think he notices a block here by Einz. So he pulls back. He's going to go for that middle base first. He's also working on Germany, as we see now. Einz going into Austria and Czech Republic. Einz also using his spawns, I think, and he's going into the top base of Greece. And we'll see if he defends this. Okay, I like this a lot. You know, Einz actually defending this, and maybe now if he could grab this, this income is going to be kind of trapped here. Like, I mean, he's like StarDrifter is going to be surrounded on all sides, basically. Einz doesn't defend the Netherlands base, but he does defend this base. Star going for the snipe here, which really threatens this base, though, from Einz. So this is a really great move by StarDrifter. Grabbing this France base. Yep, you can see he instantly pushes up then. Look at these guys going back and forth here. It's 42-42. Einz has quite a bit of spawns that I think is now finally moving. You can see these units moving across. And I think he's going to go into Germany. And we actually somehow see Einz was able to get the snipe in the Netherlands. Netherlands, these 2 bases are really hard to push into. The best way to do it is from this Belgium route. But if Einz gets this base, it's still super hard to push into that too, right? So you can see Star, look at that. He had the nice little conclave. He had the semicircle. and he was just absolutely devouring Einz in that fight, I think, and Einz had to pull back. He had no choice there. Star also does get Belarus, and he's slowly getting Turkey with his spawns, I believe. We haven't seen a drop yet, but he's gathering up these spawns, so eventually I think we do see a drop. As they are battling back and forth here, Einz is holding on to dear life. I don't think he's going to be able to hold it as the reinforcements arrive. StarDrifter is going to completely overwhelm Belgium and Netherlands now. And he has a really great defensive position. You know what? The nice thing about this, no income lead this turn for Star, but getting Einz out of this position, like Einz now, like if he moves, like yeah, he's gonna run into Germany, right? And running into Germany is very hard from Poland and from Czech. Like you gotta cut some trees. Like you can see this little conclave just naturally happens. Like Star doesn't even have to do anything special. He's holding his units, which is great. But like you just kind of run, like you're literally running into the biggest choke, one of the biggest chokes in the game. Even here, you're running into a choke where you get hit by 2 towers. As we now see StarDrifter taking those spawns that we were just talking about, he does drop on Greece, and he's now going to open up a second front. Einz is going to get overrun, I think. Einz doesn't have the troops here. He actually shifted units over here to Ukraine and Belarus, and I think those units are desperately needed here. They could also, I mean, he also needs something down here as well, as StarDrifter is just opening up all the fronts. He's coming into Bulgaria, Greece, Albania. He's got the 5G ship supporting him. He's got 8 income lead. Einz is going to spend some here to defend this. He does get the Belarus cut. I think he's actually going to conquer Belarus. But this is super scary. This is a bad situation for him. It would almost be nice to have a reverse drop in this situation. Like the fact that he still has this port is saving grace for him. Star, though, playing really well. He is about to lose Turkey. You can see that Turkey cut hurts the income quite a bit. But the KD's looking really nice for Star. Star taking some great fights here. He's got the ship advantage. He's already cutting the trees in Mont. So we'll see him starting to snipe these bases, I think. And Star with only 3 gold left. Einz with no gold, 2 gold left. So these guys are spending their gold wisely here. They're not just letting it sit, which is really great to see. Einz is actually going to be able to hold on to that Turkey cut, but this is where the pain starts coming in, I think. Einz can't do anything about these ships other than this, and he's already down income, and he's down by the ship advantage. So the problem in Einz's position right now is if he goes ships, unless he gets some crazy drop or some crazy micro, or Star messes up, like Star can just continue to keep the ship income lead, or the ship lead, while having income lead. And you can just see the snowball. I mean, the gates have been opened, the trees have been cut, the ships are on their way supporting the units, and all the income that Einz is relying on is just completely ravaged. And Turkey's completely open for the taking now. We have a lot of spawns for StarDrifter that haven't even been used yet, so once those units get into the fray, it's only going to get worse. We do see Einz cutting Germany. Einz actually full focused here. I think this is a moral victory for Einz, but at the end of the day, this is what matters, right? Like Star recognizes he could hold these 2 bottom bases forever. He could hold Netherlands. He doesn't even need Netherlands if he wants to just give that up to these units, which he only has 2 gold, so he has no choice. But yeah, I mean, with this army, like the income lead, he can just hold this. He's more than double his opponent's income now. And yeah, you're gonna see, I mean, that's even without Turkey. And all these units are now trickling up. This is a great surround right here for Einz, but Einz does lose that base, and it's going to be a little worse now, and StarDrifter realizes it. He pulls it back, though. Star, though, he was over here busy pushing the German advance back, and so these troops, especially like those guys, are stuck up there, and these guys are going to get ravaged by the Redcoats. And StarDrifter does get Turkey this turn, so even more, add more income to this. Einz is actually +8 this turn. I think Einz ended up getting Central Russia, and he got Denmark this turn. So he is still trying to expand while doing all the fighting. But yeah, I think that StarDrifter just proved he was the better player today. He definitely played very well. Einz, though, for a guy who hasn't really played 1v1s outside of this tournament, for a guy who was not able to practice that much, he put up quite a show in the redemption bracket. I think he definitely redeemed himself. He did not show this much grit and ability to expand, and he definitely lasted a lot longer in this series than he did in his first one against Swan Lee, which, by the way, I think might have been Einz's first ever 1v1 series. So props to Einz Thank you so much for joining the Wood League and for being a
Players
part of
must
this
follow their
tournament.
attack.
Unfortunately, he is out of the tournament, but maybe we'll see him in the future with some more practice under his belt. And congrats to StarDrifter. StarDrifter moving on in the second chance bracket. He has his chance at redemption still alive as he takes a 3-0 victory over Einz. And we will find out who StarDrifter's opponent is soon, and the bracket shall be updated shortly. Hope you all are liking this Wood League content. We have so many more games coming your way. We're only in the early stages of it, but lots of great matchups. And the further along we get, the better and better these series are going to be. Hope you guys stick around. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. If so, hit that like button, comment down below, let us know who you're rooting for. Also, hit that subscribe button and you will get notified as we are posting these videos out, and you don't want to miss out on this Wood League content. Hope you all enjoy, and we'll see you all on the next one.